What's up, people? I am back for my second video. So this video is gonna be a little bit of a rant. You know, y'all know I'm a Jurassic fan, and I've been pretty much singing the praises of the new Jurassic films. I have little issues with them, but overall, I've loved them. We had Camp Cretaceous, which I have not reviewed just because I don't think there's enough to review it. But I think season one was so. Season two was better. Season three was good, and we've overall had good Jurassic content, or decent. Then this is my personal opinion. I know some people don't feel that way, but the one avenue I really feel like Jurassic is fucking up and not taking advantage of, in my humble opinion, is the video game section. When you look at it, and I probably, as much as I don't usually don't want to talk Star Wars, I think that's another one they're not taking advantage of. I'll do a video on maybe my first Star Wars video in a while, but back to Jurassic, I just don't feel like they're taking advantage. Like when Jurassic World 1 came out, you compare it to the original film. When the original film came out, you had a bunch of games, and I get it, it was a different era, the 90s versus the 2000s. I understand that, but you really look you had a bunch of shit after Jurassic Park 1, after Lost World. You had the Lost World video game, and even after the Lost World, even though those games clunky, you had Operation Trespasser, you had Rampage, which was like a fighting game. You had different types of Jurassic games, and then that's going to be a big part of it. Is the variety? The variety in these newer ones isn't there. And then even when 3 came out, but after, it's like once World came out, the only game we had was the Lego game, which it's a Lego game. It was fun but you're basically just playing out the movies, and there's a little bit of free play in it, but not long term. And that was it. And Jurassic World was a hit, so I don't understand why we didn't have more video games. And unfortunately, and this is gonna be on my cover, there was supposed to be a video game after Jurassic World. It didn't have a name, but they had a bunch of renders, designs, and it basically, you were gonna be Owen, and you were gonna be dealing with on the island dinosaurs. And when I cut the thumbnail for this video, it's gonna be the shot of the T-Rex. You're gonna have the T-Rex, you're gonna have the Spino. They're gonna probably add the Indominus, but for some reason, it got canceled. And then what did we end up getting? Just a bunch of mobile games. And then Fallen Kingdom comes out. We get Evolution, which was fun. I played a little bit of it. It was fun, but the problem I had with Evolution was it's another park builder. And that's the biggest issue. It just seems like we're stuck on park builders. I just don't, because even the mobile games we were getting were park builders, and I'm over it. I kind of feel like there's other avenues Jurassic hasn't explored. Imagine an Alien Isolation style Jurassic game. If you played that game before, or a game like that, but with Jurassic Park. I know there's this VR game, but that's a VR game, and it's not that many levels, and not everyone has that. It's why? And it's very cartoony. It's come on, man. And then I know it was 2011, you had the Telltale game, but that's a Telltale game, and you're basically just playing the first movie, or it's around the time of the first movie. But it's not really. The Telltale games. You know how they work. They're not really games, but they're more like playing a movie, which is fine. I don't hate them, but I don't know. I just feel like Jurassic is just not taking advantage. And then even right now, the recent announcement, and don't get me wrong, I thought it was a good announcement when they announced Evolution 2, and hopefully they're showing they'll have a motion source, so you have more dino options. I hope there's more things to do in it, because I think that's one of the biggest issues I have with Evolution. Sorry about the plane. Shit. Well, we'll do it live. But continuing on, it just really but it's another park builder. Like, you've had 3 years to come up with a game, and this is what we're doing. Like, I'm not saying you can't do this, but I would have preferred if they did some survival type of game, and you can story could be anything. There's so many opportunities, and it just seems like it seems like Universal is just not. I don't know if Universal just doesn't see video games as an important thing, but when you think about it, when you see things like Alien Isolation, all these other survival type games with either aliens or monsters, I just think in my head, oh my god, imagine a Jurassic version of that. But they're not taking advantage of it because it's just, oh, we got to do a park builder. Because, like, you know what it was? It was because Operation Genesis. I don't know if anyone's really played it. I've never played it, but I've seen playthroughs. It's a park builder, and then a lot of the things you can do is you can have the dinosaurs fight. So that's kind of basically what evolution is. It's like a modern version of that. And it's cool that you can have more dinosaurs, and obviously you're gonna have pterosaurs and you're gonna have the mosasaurs. That's cool, but I would love a Jurassic horror game. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they still want to associate Jurassic with kids, even though, ironically, the movies. I think World and Fallen Kingdom are more of the darkest films, like in terms of violence. Fucking World, like I mentioned, the scene where the Indominus kills that whole team. There was blood in that. The Zara's death, where she gets killed by the Mosasaur, that was pretty brutal. And then Fallen Kingdom is pretty violent too. So that's why I was just you see a guy's arm get bitten off. So it's like weird. I'm like, why can't you do that in a game? Like, and I'm not saying you needs to be like rated M, but I would love like a rated T survival style Jurassic game where you're on the island. And I want it to be more horror in it, so maybe you make it to where you only like, or recently you have Resident Evil Village. That's one of the biggest games right now. I'm thinking I can imagine a Jurassic version of that where you're on the island and you got to try to find your way out, and you can make it an original story that's set within the story. Because Jurassic Park is one of those franchises. It's not just about Ian Malcolm and Alan Grant. You can do stories with other characters, and it's shown that. We're at Lost World. You have Ian Malcolm, but relatively for most of that film is new characters. Jurassic World is a perfect example. Literally, there's no legacy characters in that, and it worked. So I think you can do video games where it's set like, or you do a video game based off the '94 cleanup, where you're on a strike team. You know, well, not a strike team, but you're on a team and you play as one of the characters, and some shit goes down. I want more stuff like that, but I also think we need more. Why have we only really had, I guess, three if you include the Lego Jurassic game, Evolution, and I guess two right now, because two games in Jurassic World came out 6 years ago. So 6 years we've only had two games. We're about to be a third. But a bunch of mobile stuff. It's just considering after like Park and Lost World, we had so much. I would even be kind of down for a Dino fighting game, like maybe either you remaster Jurassic Park Rampage, but maybe you change it to where you make the scaling right. Like you can't have because in that game you can have like a raptor fight a T Rex. That's fucking stupid. But or you make an updated version of that where you can add like the Indominus, the Indoraptor, the Scorpius Rex from Camp Cretaceous. So you can have like a bunch, and then obviously you can have DLC for Dominion. I would have loved some. I would have even been down for something like that. I just think we need different type of Jurassic games. It's just another park builder. But whatever. I still think Jurassic World obviously is killing it for the most part. It's not destroying anything. It's not in a shit state like Star Wars. To where even if they make a good game, it's not going to matter because the lore is broken. But at the same time, I just think Jurassic really needs to take advantage of what they have. Video games, you would kill it. And you can maybe do another Lego Jurassic World sequel because you didn't have to do one. You can have one for Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. So you can have that for the kids and then more adult survival game for a little bit older people. I just think we need something, man. But You know, that's all I really wanted to say. This video wasn't going to be too long. I just wanted to rant a little bit. But, like I said, I might do a top favorite, it'll be 10 maybe, at most, movie scores. It won't be genre, I might just do overall. And I'll probably do that tomorrow. If I don't do it tomorrow, for sure Monday. If I don't do it tomorrow. But other than that, take one more hit. Cheers. Well, as usual. Fuck. As usual. Fuck Warner Brothers. Fuck Disney. Fuck One Ring. And fuck James bitch ass Mangina. I hope your movie flops. But other than that, talk to you guys later. Peace.